Okay, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Jay coming at you live once again. And today I'm going to continue the topic of willpower, which I started yesterday. And guys, none of these insights or none of this material is actually mine originally per se. These are all insights that I'm getting from reading The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And I'm trying a Instagram live filter, and Instagram live filters, if any of you are considering doing lives on Instagram live filters are extremely distracting. I started mine today, so I'll keep it, but I don't know if I'll do it again. Right now I have a smiley face sun shining down right on top of my head. It's very entertaining, by the way. And I guess it kind of goes hand in hand with me shining light upon myself by studying this material and having a nice smiley ray of sunshine smiling down upon me, which feels great. So further use of the will as written by Wallace D. Wattles. Okay, that's chapter number 10. And the continuing theme of the book is that once you lock into your vision, once you start developing your vision and your faith and your purpose, the will comes handy, and the will's action and how the will helps you get what you want is that you keep only focused on that which you want, and you do not allow yourself to venture into opposing ideas or thoughts, including your environment. So let me share all the highlighted areas, and then I will cap it off by giving my insight. So Wallace D. Wattles says on chapter number 10, you cannot retain a true and clear vision of your wealth if you are constantly turning your attention to opposing pictures. You get that? So he says, look, do not tell of your past troubles of a financial nature. If you have had them, do not think of them at all. Do not tell of the poverty of your parents or the hardships of your early life. To do any of these things is to mentally class yourself with the poor for the time being, and it will certainly check the movement of things in your direction. What this does is that once you start building that vision of wealth, hey Jaren, good to see you, buddy. Once you start seeing that picture of your wealth and you start building that amazing vision and you start living from the end, check what I said, and you start living from the end, it is absolutely imperative that you stay there, because if not, and you start talking about how poor you were before, or you talk about any type of lack or negativity, you will stop the movement of the positive thing coming into your life, and you will start to counteract the positive effect. So he says, put poverty and all things that pertain to poverty completely behind you. Behind you. Reminds me of a story in the Bible. I think it was, I don't remember where it was, but there was a Exodus, and they were told not to look back because they will turn into stone. And as they were leaving, for some reason, I think it was Joseph or Moses' wife, and one of the wives turned back to look at where they were coming from, and she turned to stone. The parable of the story, the metaphor, is that you do not look back, you only look forward. And it reminds me of another quote by Steve Jobs, and Steve Jobs said that you can only, your life only makes sense when you look back in hindsight. And that's how you see that all the dots connect. But all you can do is keep moving forward and just hope that all the dots connect. Funny thing is that the dots always do connect. Okay? Continuing with the book, you should interest yourself in the world becoming rich. Think about that, the greater good. Think of the riches of the world. Think of the riches of the world is coming in too, right? And you can assist the world in growing rich by growing rich yourself through the creative method. So give your attention wholly to riches. When we come into the creative mind, all that is possible in the way of greatness and soul unfoldment, of service and lofty endeavor, comes by way of getting rich. And all is made possible by the use of things. You want to help people, you have a golden heart, and you are all about the greater good and being good to mankind and being good to your or by working, that's right, Calvin, by working with you, that's right. And you want to have this huge impact. Trust me, you cannot do it by being poor. You need the use of resources, and those resources come by way of you being rich. Now, you must learn to see the underlying truth in all things. The underlying truth in all things. You must see beneath all seemingly wrong conditions the great one life ever moving forward toward fuller expression and more complete happiness. The underlying truth, okay? What's always constant and beneath everything that you do is that there is a one substance, there is an infinite intelligence, God, whatever you want to call it, that's always and ever moving forward toward fuller expression and more complete happiness. And guess what? Do you think that this is all like fancy talk and all like this like hula la about like the law of attraction that never worked? Well, guess what? The law of attraction never worked because people never went deep into the study of it. Because this is a key missing part. Check this part out. This is key. An ounce of doing things is worth a pound of theorizing. So if you're one of those people that are always sitting and thinking and calculating and trying to figure things out in your head without ever getting into action, guess what? Nothing's ever going to happen for you. Okay? And that is just the truth. It's a law. The very best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. You can serve God, or whatever you want to call God, and mankind no better than by getting rich. That is, if you get rich by the creative method. And what is this creative method? Here, you have to take notes on this. I'm serious. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the inner spaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imagined by the thought. A person can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the things he thinks about to be created. Creative method. In order to do this, a person must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. He must form a clear mental picture of the things he wants, and hold this picture in his thoughts with the fixed purpose to get what he wants, and the unwavering faith that he does get what he wants. Closing his mind against all that may tend to shake his purpose, dim his vision, or quench his faith. This paragraph that I just shared with you all is actually the syllabus of it all. Is the biggest summary and the most scientific summary of the science of getting rich. And to understand this little paragraph, you're going to have to spend a lot of time reading and getting into the spirit of the author of this book. That's why he wrote a whole book based on this paragraph alone. Now, guys, I am sharing insights that I'm getting myself, but I am only a newbie at this. And I am actually attending a 3D masterclass, which started yesterday with my success coach, Marja Spitter. And it's happening at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to learn more about the science of getting rich and the laws that underlie everything that happens for you, shoot me a message. All the spots are filled, but shoot me a message and I will make sure that I do something to get you in. Look forward to seeing you guys all there. And with that, this was it for me today. Once again, this was your boy Jay. Thank you all for being here with me. I always love you and appreciate you for investing precious time of your day with me. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.